I'd have to say my journey, everyone has like sort of a different journey. And I cannot say that I had this all planned out. It was not part of necessarily my master plan. Fortunately for me, I think I just had, some really good talent and was definitely willing to put effort into being a good football player. I wasn't heavily recruited out of high school. I just love playing the game. I love being on the field. And for me, in high school, it was really just about being a good high school player, and maybe earning a scholarship to college. But I had also great habits, because it was just that light that went off in my head that, man, I'd love to be able to go to the Big 8 conference and play college football. I'm the kid who would get up and go running, jogging through the neighborhood, or finding an open field and doing wind sprints, or going to one of my buddy's house to, I didn't have a weight set at my house, so to go lift weights wherever I could. It was just something driving me just to be, that better high school football player, to get onto the field and maybe have a college notice me. And when I got to college, it was about being just a great college player, and there was already a great player there named Thurman Thomas that I was a couple years behind. But for me, it was just about continuing that daily grind. And so for me, I never had this, all in my master plan. I'm fortunate that I came from a home where I had some pretty good habits. I love the game. I think back to just my relationship to the game. It serves, I feel like, so many purposes for me. As a kid, it was where you met your friends. It was where you were entertained, where you entertained yourself. Of course, you played it as a sport. It's the way you stayed in shape. Obviously, it's how I went to college, and then after that, how I made a living. But I can't say that it's something that I always had planned out. I just took it a step at a time, and fortunately had good guidance, and didn't make any mistakes that threw me off course. And that's, I guess, how I end up here today. So I'm very grateful for that. It was, always also remember just how big of a fan of the game that I was as a kid. And I remember sitting in my room drawing football men, drawing my favorite players, and making sure the helmet was, round enough, and the emblem on the helmet was just right, and the colors were just right, the pants were the right dimensions, and I just, as a fan, there was that part of it, that love that I had for the game and the players that I followed. To be able to grow up and be one of those guys who are being followed, it's really just hard sometimes even to imagine. But I'm so grateful and thankful that it happened. You've heard the saying that you give a person their flowers while they're around. I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. I'm just saying that saying, you give a person, well, to use that analogy, if this statue can be used with that analogy, then I would have to say this is one heck of a bouquet for me. So thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Love you all.